Hi, everyone. So, hi, my name's Holly. I'm a psychic medium. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you are here, and I am deeply grateful that you would spend your time with me. Thank you. So, I am old-fashioned, just kind of psychic medium and energy reader. So, I like to use oracle cards and tarot to start with as a jumping off point. So, what I did prior to coming on is I pulled cards from the Louise Hay Affirmation deck, Heart Thoughts. So there are four. The first one, first, I chose a clear mug today. Decorative, fun, love it. Got a set of them on Amazon. So the clear mug, immediately I knew when I'm like, it's got to be something specific today. And the message over and over and over again, which was confirmed when I took a drink of water and poked myself in my own eye. Yeah, that was real this morning. So see with clarity. I always ask for the dominant energy for the collective. What is the dominant energy for the day? And that's for all of us. I'm part of the collective too. So notice what happens with your body, with your physicality, with your thoughts, with your emotions. Like me, just seriously taking a drink of water, and how do you poke yourself in the eye, And I'm like, okay, I think that kind of, and I was just thinking about today's message. What is the energy? What is the vibe today? And it's time to see with full clarity. It is time to see clearly. It is time to see with clarity. Enough of this playing around business, okay? And that's what it feels like. So notice the things happening to you or around you, or things you witness or things you hear. So yeah, some of it I think is going to be a little bit of a painful view. It might not be exactly what you want to see. Some of it will be, some of it won't be. Some of it I think it's going to be turned internally, and you're going to say something is coming from you. Okay, so I feel like that's going to be the energy, and I feel like it's any woundedness within you based on what you see might be a trigger from your own wounds. So just be aware of that. That's a very specific energy for the day, but I do feel like it's true. What will happen as a result, and what I'm hearing and what I'm getting about that, is that, and none of this came up before, I was just waiting to see where it was going to go. I just knew it was going to be seeing with clarity. But once you acknowledge your own wounds and your own part in things that you don't want to see around you, it's going to lead to a cathartic type of healing. So you are going to understand it, process it, deal with it, and it's going to lead you to greater and more wonderful things in your life. It's going to lead you to a better emotional place. It's okay to have the good cry. It's okay to purge out what doesn't serve you. It's okay to say, wow, and I thought I had all my stuff together. Well, I don't know that we ever do, because we're human and things tend to resurface. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up for that. We all do it. But it's one of those things where is this really coming from you, your situation, your person, your family, your friend, your job, whatever, or is it something that is being triggered within you? And they're giving me that old song, and I've used this before. A snake is a snake before you pick it up. Snakes bite you. That's and if it's a venomous one, not always, not all of them. Some of them are fine. Some of them take care of other problems in the yard. And spiritually speaking, they're always seen as spirit carriers, and they've, in the way I know it. And I've always seen them in dreams, like 2 to 3 or 3 to 5 days before an event would happen, as a warning. So I'm not disparaging snake or snake kingdom, but Yeah. If you try to handle a bee, odds are good it's going to sting you. Okay? But that's when you say, well, why did I choose to do that without my bee suit on? And I still haven't gotten that bee deck yet. I'm working on that. But yeah. So, think about what is triggering you and why it's triggering you, and how did you end up in that situation if what you see clearly is not what you wanted to see. And that's not going to be for everyone. This is a general reading. Please understand that. It is a general reading. And there might be elements of this in the energy vibe for everyone. I think there's always elements of it. And it could be something as simple as realizing, oh, I can't have a sugary Danish for breakfast every morning. Daggone it, man, I really love those, but I did eat them as blah, blah, blah. I would be in a coma if I did that. So, and then you have to, but that is a trigger, because maybe that was a pleasant childhood memory, or maybe that was a treat you gave yourself until you realize, oh, I actually need protein in the morning. Okay. So, there's that. And I'm also hearing, they'll try to find a way to balance. Trying to find a way to bring balance with that. So maybe you have a teaspoon of jam with your eggs. Okay? However it works. So I'm also hearing this life is not about deprivation, but it is also not about excesses. So learn what you need to make your life the most productive and happy you can. And that's when the balance will happen internally and externally. Okay. That was an important message. I think I need to say it again. Life is not about deprivation. Life is also not about excess. Find the middle ground. Okay. And that is your balance. All right, well, let's get back to those heart thought cards. I am a magnet for miracles. And then there's something on the back. I'll read it. When I change my consciousness, I forgive those I need to forgive. Healing, miracles occur. Well, that's kind of what I just said. I haven't read the back of these yet, just the front when they came out. So, yeah. And sometimes the forgiveness we need to give is to forgive ourselves for getting ourselves into a situation or whatever it is, And I'm not saying that's everybody, but I've been there. Heck yeah, I think everybody has. I cannot believe I did that. Or I cannot believe I said that. Whatever. All right. But then again, we also have to forgive others. That doesn't mean you have to be a doormat, and that doesn't mean you have to welcome them all back into your life either. Okay? I am connected to all of life. I am spirit, light, energy, vibration, color, and love. I am connected with every person on the planet and with all of life. Boy, that is true. I deserve good in my life. Yes, you do. I am willing to go beyond my own limitations. I am wonderful, and I deserve and accept all the good that life has to offer. There you go. I'm not saying give up that Danish entirely, but make sure it's a little later in the day after you've had a little protein in your system, so your blood sugar doesn't go crazy. And I'm not a medical person. You can ignore me entirely. You do you. I love being me. I am at ease. When I wake up in the morning, I feel the joy of spending another day with myself. Well, after about an hour. For me personally. It takes me about that long to get through all my maintenance and cat stuff and just, And then I'm like, oh, yeah, now life is good. Okay, life is good. Life is good no matter what. All right. So thank you, Louise Hay. They want me to do this one really quickly, and this is to set the tone. This is the Priestess of Light Oracle. We're going to get a card, Opening Heart. That one was very clearly opening up to that spot for me. Opening heart, deep connections, and water blessings. Yeah, the water stuff has been, like this morning I like to watch on YouTube. I stream it through my TV, and I like to watch some of the live underwater cams around different locations to watch the fish. And or a beachfront or something, it just brings me a great deal of peace and healing and connection. It really and truly is a wonderful way to bring connection to all that is and the beauty of things that you normally don't get to see. Again, seeing with clarity. All right, so what is the message for the collective? Well, there we go. As a friend of mine would say, well, how to do? There you go. All right, circle of eternal joy, timelessness, dance of light. I don't think I've ever gotten this card. What is that? Number 41. How beautiful is that? That's gorgeous. Definitely a lot of bird energy. Dance. So what I'm hearing, because I'm asking Spirit, what do you want me to say about that? I'm hearing dance to your own rhythm, dance to your own drum. It brings abundance. Have gratitude for what you have, and the rest will come. And one more. No, not that one. This one. Friendship. I hear you, Maggie. All right. So there is going to be a friendship that is going to be very important and help you with probably this process of seeing clearly. All right. So next we're going to go, no, not this one yet. I was going to do the Lenormand, but we're not going to do that one yet. All right. We are going to go into tarot messages. And we're going to use the Pulp Tarot. I like this one because it does not pull any punches. Okay? You know exactly what's going on. All right. They're saying, look at that top card. 5 of Swords. Yeah. You're getting ready to get all the information you need, and you're going to decide what you're going to do with it. I feel like there's going to be a certain amount of, are you just going to walk away holding all that, or are you going to share the information you know? Something is coming to light. I just get, you all, I just get this feeling. I don't know who it's for. I don't know what it's about. I don't know what's going on. But someone in the collective is about to get a whole lot of information that someone's been trying to keep hidden. Whether it's insecurity, whether it's the truth of, I'm also hearing marital situation. So, I hope this isn't true. For some of you, if you've been dealing with someone, you might want to start checking records, public records, because, and I don't mean to, I do, just snoop, okay? Because I feel like someone might be married, okay? Because I'm hearing marital records. Or they're saying the divorce is finalized, but it hasn't actually been, it's not. So you make sure you take care of you. You make sure you look at all the paperwork. You take care of you. I'm getting that really strongly. Someone's about to come to light with something. Or come into the light. Something's going to happen that's going to force a hand. Ooh, interesting. I'm just going to lift this up in the middle because I want more on that, and then we'll go on to the next set of messages. For the person who's dealing with someone who's being a little duplicitous, someone who is not telling the full truth about their marital situation, show me a card that will help me to understand what to say to that person or group of people in the collective, whomever is watching this. Oh. Man, I was about to curse. Two of Swords. They're still making a decision. In my mind, I think you've already made the decision if you're still trying to make the decision between two people. So that tells me the decision's already been made. So you look out for yourself, whomever this is in the collective that's on the receiving end of this nonsense behavior. So, one, you deserve better. Two, you deserve someone just for you. I feel like there's also another take on this. Someone is stringing you along at work too. So it could be a work situation. It could be a romance situation in terms of someone hasn't finalized that divorce. They may not even be living with the person, and that was the tricky part, but they haven't finalized the actual divorce. Okay. So it's not even division of assets. It's the marriage has not been finally ended. So you watch yourself. You take care of yourself. Don't get too embedded in something that's going to drag you down. And people get crazy with stuff like that. People just do crazy things. All right. So that's for someone. For someone else, I feel like the work situation is... you're not being offered everything you deserve. You're either not getting the money you deserve, or you're not getting the recognition you deserve. You're not getting the promotions you deserve. Someone in that same vein with this same part of this reading, because it's not going to resonate with everyone, someone is also not... and there's a little bit of gaslighting going on with this job and the employers. It's almost like there's a core group, like 3. I'm getting the number 3. So there could be like, you think there's 2, but it's actually 3 and then a 4th way up the line somewhere who knows about you. So technically, I feel like there's actually 4 involved in this group gaslighting thing with your work. So I don't know who this is for. But, and again, it's not going to resonate with everyone. And it could be someone that you know. So it could be a friend of yours. But there is, like, you think there's 2 bosses when actually, and they pretend like they've got your back, but they really don't, because they're feeding everything straight up the line. So don't share a bunch of personal information, okay? And then also, there's a third person that the 2 immediate supervisors are feeding information to, and that person is sort of like a little bit of a puppeteer, and they're trying to make you think that you need them when actually they need you because you just are so good at what you do. Now there's a 4th person you don't know about further up the line. So there's someone even above that 3rd person who's sort of the puppeteer when the 2 immediate supervisors say, well, I got to go talk to the big boss. Well, that's not the big boss. That's the puppet for the bigger one. And someone it's sort of like a local managerial situation, and then the district, but then there's the main corporate person. They want you to think they're doing you a favor. And they want you to question yourself to keep you in place. When the reality is that they need you far more than you need them. Understand you are being manipulated. And that will shift the way you view it. And that will shift the way you view the situation. You will still do the work you know how to do and that you're good at. But you will be sure that you don't give an extra minute of your time, and it will free you up. There's an energetic cord to this connection with the business and the people there, because unwittingly, like, they're not energetically aware enough to even do this, but there is a cord that's being attached so that it's not freeing you up to leave and find the work you want. So when you sever ties, so actively go in and sever ties to this corporate job or this corporation that you work for, this job you work for, sever the energetic ties so that you can then step into a brighter, lighter work environment where you can still make the money you need to support yourself and your family, but, or whatever the case may be, but there are cords that are I just said hiding. Yeah, there are hidden cords keeping you tethered to this place, this corporation, and these people, because they don't know what they're going to do if you go. So they're gaslighting you. All right. Now, moving on. What is, boy, whew, that's a whole lot of needing to see clearly. Good Lord Almighty. Woo. All right, let's get to it now. Okay. What is, let's try a whole new message. Let's look at another part of the collective, because that's two different parts of the collective. What do we have here? Oh, yep. And that's the outcome. You get to walk away. I think you're going to walk away in both situations for both parts of the collective and start fresh. Just remember, only accept what is in your best and highest good. And you don't have to rescue anyone. People have to learn to rescue themselves. Yeah. You don't have to carry other people's burdens. This I think is the collective. You got it going on. Okay. Yeah. All right. So you are not abandoning anyone. So Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, the Strength card, the Fool card, the Four of Cups, and then the Five of Wands. So this is going to be, here's this, okay, I'm asking Spirit, what is that about? So I guess we're not finished with that storyline yet, or that reading yet, because it's been multiple readings and one, different versions that it can take. Because again, I'll say it again, this is a general reading. So Spirit is saying that if you want to constantly be in turmoil, and if you constantly want to take on the battle that's not yours to take on, you can. You have the strength to do it. But is that really what you want to do? All right. Maybe when people get all their stuff in line and together, maybe that's when things will change. For example, in the romance area or the friendship area with the person who's not really divorced, then, maybe they'll get it sorted out, and it'll kind of force them to see their own lives a little more clearly, and then they will come to you at a later date. If you're available, okay. If you're not, hey, you moved on. But maybe they will come to you at a later date, and it will be a much healthier place to be, because you'll know it'll be genuine instead of an out for them, okay? And then for the work situation, maybe about the time you're getting ready to leave, the current employer says, we've got a managerial position that's way up the chain if you want it. And just flat out offer it to you. And then it's up to you whether you want to take it or not. So, there you go. All right. Messages for the collective, because we're running really long. Actually, I think we're finished with this deck. Huh. I know, all over the place. It's time for the Thelema Lenormand. Now, because what I just heard was that we are getting ready to move into another part of the collective for a reading. So, what I heard was someone has a question related to, and if one person has this question, then many people do. And I feel like that someone is getting, it's like either the situation has caused a headache, or you're getting headaches, or let me see. What is the question? What is the question that needs to be answered with the Lenormand? They're saying pull this one up. Little girl, little child. It's a child. With a butterfly net. It feels like, because I'm asking Spirit to help me out here, someone is grieving. Someone is grieving a loss. Someone is grieving a loss, and it feels like the end of innocence. It feels like someone feels this sense of desperation that they will never have that childlike exuberance or excitement about anything again. What else can you tell me about that, please? That's a dark, hard place to be. Call your hope back. Call your joy back. Same way we do an energy retrieval on the energy retrieval videos. And if you watch yesterday's, I think it was yesterday, we did one. And then if you also look at the description on the channel page, there's a link to how to do an energy retrieval. You can do it the same way by just replacing energy with joy or hope. Okay? So, what is the... I feel like all these retrievals of energy, joy, and hope need to happen, and need to happen this week, because we're about to embark on something brand new. About to move into a new place of being within yourself. So yeah. Okay. And then what else? Okay. I'm going to put that to the side. I feel like that's a timeline card. Anything else? Okay. All right. So far the message is about this sense of the end of innocence, loss of hope. The reality is you're just in your head. You're in your head about it. It's not as bad as you think. Something is chewing away, nibbling away, eroding your sense of self-worth. Understand and see clearly is coming up with that again. So this feeling you're having with this lack of innocence, loss of joy, is a lie. Someone is giving you a lie. And you're getting up in your head about it. Again, I feel like it's more gaslighting. This time a different situation, not from the work supervisor people, but this feels like in someone's personal life, and this could be family, friends. I've had friends do that to me before. Now, you know that, Well, and I was right. I was always right. So, when you know, you know. Sometimes people don't want you to be right, because it's going to force their hand and make them make decisions to shape up. Okay? So, get out of your head. If you feel like something might be true, check out your information, get your facts, and then understand you're probably, more than likely right. But that doesn't mean you have to go do anything about it other than live your best life. Get your hope back, get your joy back, get your energy back. You get on with your life. This card I felt like was not so much about the bear or the meaning of the card itself, but I kept looking at the number and it kept feeling like a timeline to me. So the number 15 and the number 10. And I kept thinking, July is, and I know it's a weird way to put those numbers together, but that's what made sense to me, because I immediately looked at the card. I'm like, help me out. Why do I have this? And they're like, it's the number. It's a timeline. So that's why I'm saying that. I'm not making it up. It's just, that's what I got. I feel like what is starting in the 6th month will be shown in its truest light in the 7th month. So what is happening this month will come to fruition, and you will see the truth. You will get out of your head. You will realize you've been lit, and that you are moving into your own strength, and you're finding your joy and finding your happiness. Now, I hope it doesn't take that long, because even another week of it would be too much. So, but I feel like July is going to be like a whole new thing for you, whomever this is for. And this could be for more than one person. Anything else? Yeah. The House card. You're going home and you're going within. For those of you who do any kind of meditation, journey work, whatever, go within. And if you know what this means, great. Find your soul home. Look at it. See what needs to be done to heal yourself within. If you don't know about that, don't worry about it. It's not the right time to learn about it. But you are finding home. You are finding your true place within and without. When the internal structure of who you are has a strong foundation, like a house, you can build anything on top of it that you want. If the foundation is faulty, created by all this nitpicking, gaslighting, and creating insecurity based on old fears and thoughts and things you've heard from childhood, well, then it's a faulty foundation. But you are getting ready to come into your strength, rebuild your foundation. Find out who you really are in all things. Interesting. I just heard in the light of day, will come out in the light of day around you, and it will just help you to understand whether you need to open your door and who you let in, or whether you close that door and say, I will be the only one with a key. Okay? So I feel like you're coming into a very strong place. Yep. And the end is love. Everything is connected through love. It is the strongest and most profound emotion. And I really, truly believe that. I think anger is a form of fear. But with love, this could be love of self, love of your life, love for someone else, but there's a sense of belonging that is about to happen. And what I'm getting is that you are about to find your true home. You are about to understand what it means to be home. Oh, what a wonderful way to round out the reading. I'm so glad. We needed some happy. All right. Thank you, everyone. I am sending you so much joy and happiness. Don't forget to do your joy and hope retrieval along with energy retrieval, okay? So, yeah. Be well. And I'm sending you love. And you are a perfect soul with a perfect foundation. Sometimes you just have to go in and uncover it. It reminds me of like when people on excavation sites start digging and they see what looks like one little small tile, and then they start brushing away and realize there's an entirely beautiful tile mosaic underneath all the dirt. So anyway, be well, take care, and we'll talk again soon. And ask your guides and guardians to help you see with clarity. All right, and what to do about it.